Thank you so much for staying with Splash 105.5 FM. It's 3 minutes past 8 a.m. This is the second half of the morning Splash here on the Integrity Station, Splash 105.5 FM. My name is Charity Jerome. I hope that you are having a great start to your Thursday morning. Today is the 13th day of April 2023, by the way. Welcome to an amazing day, a beautiful one. I hope also a delightful one for you as you go out there and hustle or do what you do. Well, we're here. We've been here since 6:30, by the way, with the first half of the show, straight from the daily. It's quite some intriguing headlines we saw today, and thank you very much for your reactions. Now we are moving the conversation forward. And just like I said in the first half, we will be focusing on some of the updates and the legal strategies that we're seeing from the different political parties as they make their case, or their cases rather, at the presidential tribunal. It's been getting interesting. We've seen the Labour Party submit its suit. We've seen the PDP and even the APC just recently submitted its own case at the tribunal. I'll be walking you through the details. And there was one headline this morning that talks to something that's been a major part of the conversation since after the presidential election results were announced. It's about the FCT and its role, 25% or not. Well, the Sun newspaper this morning had a headline that read 25% FCT votes not needed to win presidency. And this is quite interesting because it's coming from INEC. Yes. I mean, if there's anybody that should know, it's INEC. Well, INEC are lawyers. This is INEC's own response to that, and I will be furnishing you with the details. But let's start out with the APC and its recent moves at the petition, right? The APC just recently asked the Election Petition Tribunal to dismiss the petition filed by Labour Party and Peter Obi against the emergence of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, president-elect, in the February 25th presidential elections. They say that Peter Obi lacks the locus standi to institute a petition because, and this is a very big because he was not a member of the Labour Party at least 30 days to the party's presidential primary to be validly sponsored by the party. There's a lot to this, right? So let me just try to hit most of the major points that the APC made in this suit. The APC prayed the tribunal to dismiss Obi's petition with substantial cost on grounds that it lacked merit and that it was frivolous. So, I'm trying to get to that part where it concerns the details of what the APC is asking for. But this is really what it is, right? APC argued that Obi was not a member of the Labour Party as at the time of his alleged sponsorship, maintaining that by the mandatory provisions of Section 77, I beg your pardon, by the mandatory provisions of Section 77, subsection 1, 2, and 3 of the Electoral Act 2022, a political party must maintain a register and shall make such register available to INEC not later than 30 days before the dates fixed for the party's primaries, congress, and convention. They also say that Peter Obi was cleared to contest the presidential election while being a member of the PDP, that he purportedly resigned his membership of the PDP on May 24th, 2022, to purportedly join the Labour Party on May 27. And this, according to the APC, does not meet the timeline according to the Electoral Act of 2022, which stipulates that at least the member should be a member of a party 30 days before the primaries, right? They also say that because of these reasons, Peter Obi and the Labour Party cannot be contesting the emergence of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as president-elect, because he shouldn't even have been the candidate of the Labour Party in the first place. He did not meet the requirements, and so the Labour Party shouldn't have fronted him as their flag bearer for that election. And parts of this report still has it that, let me just read from this part that says, according to the petitioners, there was rigging in 11 states, insisting that they would demonstrate this in the declaration of results based on uploaded results, as they contended that INEC violated its own regulation when it announced the results, despite the fact that at the time of the announcement, the totality of polling unit results had yet to be fully scanned, uploaded, and transmitted electronically as required by the Electoral Act. That's the Labour Party's stance in all of this, and that's a major part of its own petition too against INEC and the APC. They say that they're going to prove that there was rigging in 11 states, and that they would do it by providing the results that were shown on the IREV. According to Labour Party, INEC violated its own regulations, that the totality of polling unit results had yet to be fully scanned, uploaded, and transmitted electronically as required by the Electoral Act. They also go on to say, by they, I mean Obi and the Labour Party, they urged the tribunal to determine that at the time of the presidential election held on February 25th, 2023, Tinubu and Shettima were not qualified also to conduct the election. So just as the APC is asking the tribunal to strike out Obi and the Labour Party suit because Obi was not qualified to contest, the Labour Party is asking for the same thing too. They say that Tinubu and Shettima were not qualified to contest the election, that it be determined that all the votes recorded for Tinubu in the elections were wasted votes owing to the non-qualification of Tinubu and his running mate. They also say that the tribunal should determine that on the basis of the remaining votes, after discountenancing the votes credited to Tinubu, that Peter Obi scored a majority of the lawful votes cast at the election and had not less than 25% of the votes cast in each of at least 2/3 of the states of the Federation and the FCT, and satisfied the constitutional requirement to be declared the winner of the February presidential election. I hope you've been able to follow through, right? So this report combines both the position of the APC and the Labour Party. The Labour Party is asking the tribunal to disqualify, dismiss the petition by the Labour Party because Peter Obi, they say, was not qualified to contest based on the fact that he joined the Labour Party less than 30 days, which was required by the Electoral Act. On its part, the Labour Party say that Tinubu and Shettima should their petition should be dismissed because they too were not qualified to contest the election. The Labour Party insists that they got most of the votes cast if the tribunal puts aside the votes gotten by Tinubu, because according to them those votes were rigged, at least. And going by the fact that INEC did not keep to its own stipulations in the Electoral Act, it shouldn't count. So based on that, the Labour Party got the highest scores, not just the highest scores, but also got in Abuja as well and fulfilled the constitutional requirements to be declared president-elect. Now, this is almost very confusing for someone who's not a legal mind because you have different terms and different terminologies and it can be confusing. But I'm trying to keep it to the players. The report uses things like first petitioner, second respondent, and I don't want to introduce all of that because I know it gets confusing from that point on. I'm trying to simplify it as much as possible. So we know that the APC, the PDP, and the Labour Party have all filed petitions at the presidential tribunal, election tribunal, and all of them are asking that the other parties, their suits be struck out and their own parties be declared the winners based on certain points that they have raised. For the APC, they claim the Labour Party should not have won, should not have participated rather in the election because of the reason I just read to you about Peter Obi not joining in time joining the Labour Party in time for the primaries, right? And for the Labour Party, Tinubu and Shetima should not have been declared winners because they too were not qualified to run for the election. The PDP has its own case as well. And according to the Sun newspaper, the PDP's presidential candidate, Abubakar Atiku, is asking the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal to rule against the declaration of Bola Tinubu as the president-elect. So he says that they should rule out Tinubu's victory and he should be declared the winner of the February 25th presidential election. So they are praying for the tribunal to declare that Tinubu was not duly elected by a majority of the lawful votes cast at the election. They also want an order mandating INEC to retrieve the certificate of return issued to the APC candidate or, in the alternative, conduct a fresh election. That's on the part of the PDP. Let me also inform you that it's been reported that the APC has lined up 27 witnesses to counter the PDP's own petition, right? So the APC has lined up 27 witnesses to defend the petition by the opposition People's Democratic Party and its presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, against the election of Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the February 25th poll. The APC says it has already told the Presidential Election Petition Court, sitting at the Court of Appeal in Abuja, to dismiss the petition filed by the PDP challenging the election of Tinubu. It said the proposed witnesses, who are all members of the party, are expected to testify that the election that produced Tinubu as president-elect was conducted in accordance to the provisions of the Electoral Act of 2022 and other extant laws as well. That's the position of the APC. Interestingly, that's the same position being put forward by INEC. Not only are they insisting that the election that produced Bola Ahmed Tinubu as president-elect was free, fair, it was credible, it followed the Electoral Act, they also are emphasizing that 25% of Abuja's votes is not a case. And I will bring you the details of the two positions just after this commercial break, and we'll talk more on this. So don't go away.
Your hustle just found powerful partners. HP's new laptop, powered by 10th generation Intel Core i3 processor, is built to get you closer to your goals. Long battery life, so you can work long hours without interruption. Plus impressive speed and performance to match your grit and determination. HP Laptop 15DW1324NIA, powered by 10th generation Intel Core i3 processor, is available at all DreamWorks stores. Call 0808-553-8331 or visit www.dreamworksdirect.com. for more information. HP with Intel, the technology partners of your hustle. Look for Intel.
As the sun sets, time for a delicious iftar served with 5 Alive Poppy, a tasty treat that'll fill your family with life during this month of Ramadan. So pulp it and create unforgettable moments to enjoy with your loved ones. And at Sahur, 5 Alive will fill you with zest to keep you going through the day. Ramadan Mubarak, 5 Alive filled with life.
Ìfẹ́ mi, ẹni lọ́jọ́ ìfúnni lábẹ́rẹ́ wa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, pẹ̀lú abẹ́rẹ́ aládàágún fún ìdáàbòbò ara ẹni yìí, a lè ṣeré ìfẹ́ fóṣù mẹ́ta láìsí fòyòyún àìròtẹ́lẹ̀.
Bí báwo?
Máa fa ẹran itan mi, máa sì gá abẹ́rẹ́ yìí sórí itan tí mo fà. Káde máa gbádùn ara wa lọ fóṣù mẹ́ta nìyẹn.
Abẹ́rẹ́ kẹ̀, ṣé èèyàn wà nínú ẹ̀?
Kò séwu ìfẹ́ mi, abẹ́rẹ́ tíntínní ni bí eléyìí.
Àkíkà, ó ti gún kódà ó mìíràn rárá.
Ṣé bí mo sọ fún ẹ?
Bó o bá fẹ́ lábẹ́rẹ́ aládàágún fúngbà àkọ́kọ́, lọ́dọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ ìlera fúngbà ní níyànjú. Fàlàyé nípa àwọn ọ̀nà mìíràn láti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ oyún àìròtẹ́lẹ̀. Tẹ ẹ̀rìn èjì ọ̀kan lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ lórí Airtel. Kó o dẹ̀ tẹ ọgbọ̀n tàbí kó o lọ sórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára discoveryourpower.org. Ìpolówó yìí wá látọwọ́ àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tó ń bójútó ìlera ẹbí, Society for Family Health. Pẹ̀lú iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ tó ń bójútó ètò ìlera.
When I wake up in the morning, I need something to help me start my day. Start my day. Pick 4, 5, 6 has DHA. It helps my brain to grow. It helps me to be smart. Oh, my own milk. Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah.
La 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 la. Ìyá ọlọ́gbọ́n. Èwo lẹ̀ ń ṣe?
Mo ń ṣe oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ pẹ̀lú mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè Pick 4, 5, 6.
Oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ pẹ̀lú mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè Pick 4, 5, 6 kẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ó ní àlékún DHA, èyí tó ń ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn ìdàgbàsókè ọpọlọ tó jí pépé. Bákan náà ló tún ní káṣíọ̀mù, fítámìn D àti onígá ńlá protein láti mú àwọn ọmọ rẹ dàgbà kí wọ́n sì lágbára.
Mo fẹ́ràn ẹ̀. Màá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fi mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè Pick 4, 5, 6 tó ní àlékún DHA, èyí tó ń ṣàtìlẹ́yìn ìdàgbàsókè ọpọlọ tó jí pépé fi kún àwọn èròjà ìṣaralóore fún àwọn ọmọ mi.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Dàgbà kó lágbára kó sì jáfáfá pẹ̀lú mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè Pick 4, 5, 6 lójoojúmọ́.
Techno celebrates your natural healthy glow without hiding your imperfections with a 32MP glowing selfie camera, G88 processor plus game turbo, hard-wearing stirring glass, and a 256GB plus 16GB large memory on the new Techno Spark 10. You will enjoy better mobile experience with bigger camera, among other upgrades. That's not all. Visit any Techno outlet to get the beautiful on-demand smartphone for your selfies and walk away with a Techno X Fireboy headset, up to 5GB data from MTN, and many more gifts. Techno, stop at nothing.
Golden Penny Semovita is made from premium wheat and fortified with vitamins and minerals to give you an enjoyable sahur and iftar every day in Ramadan. Ramadan Kareem from Golden Penny Semovita.
Who are you? And why do you think you should be the next Nigerian idol?
I'm 21 years of age. I'm a singer and I have big dreams and I'm ready for the big stage and bright lights.
Ah, let's hear you.
You had me at my first glance, staring at you, staring at you, staring at you.
The music show of the year is back for its 8th season. Catch all the thrilling moments showing every Sunday from the 23rd of April at 7 p.m. on Africa Magic Showcase, Urban and Family. Stay connected to DSTV and GoTV. Nigerian Idol is proudly sponsored by Biggie and Techno.
Lásìkò Ramadan, a máa ń wà ní ìṣọ̀kan, a sì tún máa ń ní ìkáàánú ẹnìkejì láàrin ara wa. Gbogbo wa la máa ń fọkàn sí àsìkò ìṣínu kan náà, tá sì máa ń délé bá àkànṣe oúnjẹ bákan náà. Ní àsìkò Ramadan, ìkan náà ni wá tá bá ń gbààwẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n kì í sábà rí bẹ́ẹ̀ tá bá ń ṣínu. Ní Ramadan yìí, ẹ jẹ́ kí a jẹ́ ọ̀kan ní àsìkò ìṣínu. Àjọpín máa ń fa ìṣọ̀kan.
Coca-Cola, real wonder.
For this Naija wey we dey so, say you no hold cash no mean say wahala dey o. You wan send money to Maale for Villa, just use Momo. You wan buy recharge card or data plus jollificate 15% bonus when you recharge, just use Momo. You wan pay for market wey you buy, just use Momo. You fit use Momo run plenty things without cash. As long as you get Momo account, no cash, no wahala. And e dey easy to open o. Just dial *671# to open Momo account o. set your PIN, transfer money from your bank account or inside your Momo account to make you fit dey pay for anything, send and receive money sharp because life dey simple with Momo. You go jollificate 15% bonus anytime you recharge with Momo.
àti ṣí o àti ta o ṣọ́ọ̀bù alálùbáríkà tèmídìrẹ ultra modern market gbági market extension.
Golden Bricks Realty and Investment Limited àjọṣepọ̀ pẹ̀lú ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ tó ti ṣàṣeyọrí tó lóòrìn. Tèmídìrẹ ultra modern market and shopping mall ọjà gbági tuntun phase 2 Wema Iwo Road Ìbàdàn. àti ṣí àti tàwọn shops yẹn báyìí o. bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́jà títà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ ní pẹ́rẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ra aṣọ ńláńlá àǹkárá lẹ́sìn gíní báàgì àti bàtà. ṣọ́ọ̀bù tẹ́tí lè rọ jíjẹ wa ń bẹ pẹ̀lú. ìjọba ló wà lókèétì ẹ̀. ààbò tó gbógun bẹ́ẹ̀ ń bẹ tọ̀sán tó rú wọn gbẹ́ bọ́ ò síbẹ̀. wọ́n tún kọ́lé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ láti ti yípo bẹ̀. ó tóbi ó pọ̀ ó fẹ̀. ó yẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ rẹ́ǹtì ní abẹ́ fẹ́ ra ṣọ́ọ̀bù. èyí náà gẹ́gẹ́ tètè lọ gba fọ́ọ̀mù báyìí. ní Ministry of Trade and Investment room 56 Secretariat Ìbàdàn. wà láyé rẹ̀ kúrẹ́rẹ́. ẹ pè 08028834320 àrètí yín lọ́jà Tèmídìrẹ gbági tuntun ìlú Ìbàdàn.
Splash FM 105.5.
.24, you're listening to Beyond the Surface on Splash 105.5 FM. This morning, we're taking a look at the updates from the Presidential Election Tribunal, and we're looking at the cases as put forward by the major parties, the APC, the PDP, and the Labour Party. And INEC, too, is a major part in responding or defending the cases, depending on whose case you're looking at, right? But before the break, I told you I was going to tell you INEC's position on this, and it is very, very clear. INEC are insisting and they're defending the election of presidential candidates of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in the elections that were held on the 25th of February. They're saying that all the alleged, or maybe not all, at least the report didn't say all. They are saying that alleged infractions during that election is not substantial enough to nullify the entire exercise. INEC responded to petitions by the People's Democratic Party and its presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, and he argued that the same 25% in 24 states constitutional requirement that applied to 36 states of the Federation also applied to the FCT, insisting, therefore, that Tinubu won the election. Let me take that part again for emphasis, right? INEC are saying that the same 25% in 24 states constitutional requirement that applied to the 36 states of the Federation also applied to the Federal Capital Territory. So there's nothing special about FCT votes. It shouldn't be that you must win the FCT. That's what they're saying in their defense. Right. And for a recap, let me just run you through what the different positions are. The Labour Party is asking the petition to discountenance the emergent Tinubu as the president-elect. And their main point is that Tinubu was not duly elected by majority of lawful votes that were cast at the time of the election. And that's quite similar to what the PDP is saying. But if the PDP is going forward or further to say that beyond the fact that APC presidential candidate was not voted in by the vast majority of lawful votes cast on that day, INEC told Nigerians that it was going to electronically transmit the results, and INEC failed to do that. So that's the case the PDP is putting forward. And even the Labour Party, submits to some parts of that. On its own part, the APC is asking the petition tribunal, the election petition tribunal, to strike out the Labour Party's case and Peter Obi's case first, because they say Peter Obi does not have locus standi, and that he was not a member of the Labour Party as per the time prescribed within the Electoral Act, and hence should not have even been the candidate of the Labour Party as at the time of the election. On the part of the PDP, they're just saying that the petition should strike out the petition by the PDP because that there is nowhere in the Electoral Act that specifically stated that INEC should electronically transmit results. And INEC is agreeing. And this is where it stands right now. All these parties are strategizing in the best ways that they can to pull the carpet off the feet of their opponents. It seems like INEC and the APC are aligned in their case because, of course, INEC is the electoral umpire. It's going to want to defend the election that it conducted and the outcome of that election. So there's some similarities in the case being put forward by the APC and INEC in that they're both trying to defend the outcome of the election and say it was valid. I already told you how INEC says that all the alleged infractions, not enough to nullify the election as the PDP is asking. So this is just the beginning. I have a feeling that there will be more to come in the coming days. But I wonder what your thoughts are as to these positions put forward by these different political parties and INEC. Particularly, I think I want to hear your comments on INEC's defense that these alleged infractions not enough to nullify the elections, and then the fact that there was no place in the Electoral Act that stipulates that results should be transmitted electronically. How do you see these arguments? And have you been following the petitions as being filed by these parties? How would you react to these developments? Do you think that, it's even hard to know how to craft the question, if I'm being honest. It's a lot to take in, right? But just tell me what you think about the defense and the case put forward by these political parties. INEC saying 25% of the FCT applies in the same way that it applies to other states. Nothing special about the FCT here. And then the APC saying Obi shouldn't have even contested. He was not a member of the Labour Party as at the time that the Electoral Act stipulates that political parties should submit the names of their party members and blah, blah, blah. 0809-155-1055, right? 0809-155-1055, 0706-949-3000, and 080-5699-8678. We're also live on Facebook, Splash FM 105.5 on Facebook. I'll be taking your messages also on, sorry about that, on Facebook when they come in. But join the conversation and tell me what your comments are. The legal fireworks are starting, and the cases are being put forward by the political parties. How do you see this panning out? What's your take with the defense by these different political parties in trying to substantiate the case that they have at the Election Petition Tribunal? And INEC is saying they conducted a free and a fair